Joining me now, Pastor Darrell Scott, author of the book Nothing to Lose, Unlikely Allies in the Struggle for a Better Black America. Pastor, all right, let's talk about the elephant in the room today. You can't walk 5 steps without somebody bringing up Andrew Cuomo to you. Pastor, I'm only 40. I try not to be a cynical, bitter old man quite yet, but I don't understand what I see all these people. Cuomo's going down. Cuomo's going to resign. His name's Andrew Cuomo. His family is as wired in with every good and bad element of New York as humanly possible. He's not going down, and I don't know why people get their hopes up. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. He's not going down. He's not resigning. He's not stepping aside. He's doubling down. I can't tell. He's in KMA mode, and it is what it is. You talk about the Italian stallion right here. He's not just going out. He's not going to roll over and play dead.
Okay, the dining ban. Not New York City specifically, but as a country. I'm a history freak. I'm sure you probably are. I see an entire history of the world. There are 1,000,001 examples of countries creating separate classes of people. Yeah. And I feel like whatever people feel about coronavirus or the vaccine or whatever, I feel like we're very much creating 2 different classes of people. And the next step in that process is not good. Am I over dramatizing this? Because I see it in front of my eyes.
No, you're not. And listen, Cuomo, believe me, Cuomo knew those charges were coming down today. And so how do you put out a fire? You start another fire. So Cuomo had to do something to deflect from this negative publicity. And so he comes out with these mask mandates. You know, they're not Jim Crow, but they're Jim Crow-ish. They're Jim Crow-ish. And so it brings controversy up to deflect from the controversy surrounding him and makes it seem like, I have bigger and more important things to do. I'm trying to preserve the safety of New York City. And while you guys are coming at me with these improper allegations, these false allegations, but I'm looking out for the city. And so it's politics, it's political maneuvering. But, a lot of New Yorkers are going to be upset, man. Now they have to eat inside again. They can't go out and hang out at the watering holes. They can't do this or that unless and until they've been vaccinated and show proof of vaccination. And we're just hoping that stuff doesn't spread around the entire country because it's a threat to our civil liberties.
It certainly is. It's a threat to businesses, too. I don't know how some of these small businesses are going to survive when you're alienating at least half your customer base. I'll never understand it. All right. We have to argue about something. I saw the women's soccer team lose at the Olympics. I saw that, Gwen Berry lose at the Olympics. These are famously people who have been dumping on the flag, kneeling for the anthem, all that normal stuff. And I'm happy. I like it when people who internationally go dump on my country lose. I don't root for them. They hate me, and I feel the same way. You disagree. Why am I wrong?
I want them to lose, but I want America to win more. And so I want America to win because when you look back on Olympics in the past, you look at the medals and everything. It's representative of our country. Listen, I've had people play on sports teams that I've hated, but I wanted the team to win. I'm from Cleveland. I hated some of the Browns, but I still wanted the team to win. And so, I've hated quarterbacks that we've had, but I wanted the team to win. And so that's the way I feel. To me, those athletes that do that are idiots. They've been played, manipulated. They're going to look back and regret that. You look back in 1968, Tommy Davis and the other guy, I can't remember his name, they raised their fist in a Black Power salute while George Foreman waved the American flag. They called George Foreman a coon and an Uncle Tom. But George Foreman is a billionaire right now. Tommy Davis and those guys are broke. And they're going to look back at it. They're young. They're impressionable. They were manipulated by the media, social pressure. They're not coming home to a hero's welcome. They're not even coming home to an anti-hero welcome. They're coming home to go into anonymity. She'll be forever remembered as the shot putter. Nobody even remembers her name now. That did what she did. She won't get any endorsement money. She won't get applauded or celebrated. She'll be working at Burger King or somewhere. And the only reason I'm citing Burger King is because I bought a Whopper Jr. the other day, and they charged me $2.89 for it. And I was in that line raising hell. And so I'm mad at Burger King. So she'll be working at Burger King and wishing she had done something else. If she had celebrated and applauded her country, she would have come home to a hero's welcome. Even though she was only a third-place finisher, she would have had endorsement deals, whatever, that could have set her family and her children's children up for life. But she took the dumb route. It was stupid. And she's dumb for protesting, and she's dumb. I'm pro-America. I'm anti those protesters, but I want our country to be represented well.
Well, one, it's not 1980 anymore, Pastor.
Right.
Burgers cost money now; they cost real money. And two, this has always bothered me about, and this really comes from all these radical leftist groups, be it the Black Lives Matter, the feminists, or the environmentalists, or whatever. I understand that some people believe these things; some people were charlatans. But what bothers me is parents and mentors who pass down bitterness to people on purpose. Even if you believe it, don't you want your child to be happy? I talked about this on my radio show, that lady, Gwen Berry. Look, whether you agree or disagree, look at that woman. She looks miserable all the time. She looks like she just bit into a bad piece of fish at all times. Why would you want that for someone?
But I can say this too, Jesse, and maybe I'll take the hit for it, and I'm black, so I can say it. You said you're gonna be, she ugly as all get out too. Now, I'm sorry, maybe you have to edit that off of here. I think her ugliness surpasses her bitterness, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't understand what she calls herself doing. I don't understand it at all. And she's bitter, she's hateful, she's evil. Why are you even over there participating in the first place? She tried to make a statement or something, and it fell flat. It didn't work. She's not applauded or celebrated by anybody. She's living in infamy from here on out.
Pastor, on a larger level, on a macro level, whether people like sports or not, I've been trying to tell people for a long time, sports are an important part of every society, whether it's a tiny tribe somewhere or a big nation. The history of the world says sport is going to be part of it. Whatever that sport is, it helps bring people together. It's an excuse to bring people together. It's a common thing. I think our sports going away from that is actually furthering the divide of the country. I think it hurts us. I do.
I think you're right. Sports used to be a unifier. You know, we saw people, we would see different ethnicities hugging in the stands when their team won. When I see that the great Pee Wee Reese died recently, and I read the book by Roger Kahn, The Boys of Summer, a great book, and it talks about when Jackie Robinson came into the league, played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and how he breaking that color barrier, you know, it extended into the locker room where they became teammates and brothers, regardless of what their race was. I grew up playing sports all my life, and the color didn't factor into the equation when we played on teams together. But they're trying to bring that crap into the locker room. They're trying to bring that racism and division into the locker room. And it really has no place in sports. It should be a collective unifying effort rather than something that disrupts and divides by ethnicity.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.